I'm on a 2-week trip in Mexico. My credit card company calls and asks if I'm back home because they're seeing suspicious charges. And that's when it hits me that the only person who could be using my credit card is my girlfriend.
Oh, he's lying about using it? What are we talking about right now? Is my girl a scammer?
I feel like we have something bigger on our hands here. I'm in my mid-20s and I've been with my girlfriend for just under 2 years.
Okay.
I'm pretty on top of my finances. I make good money, keep my credit solid, and I usually pay my cards off every month. She's not as organized financially, but it's never really been a big issue. Mm-hmm. Back in December, I noticed a few charges on my credit card that I didn't recognize. Random online shopping, some stores I never go to, even a couple of cash advances.
Oh.
I figured my card got compromised, so I reported it, got a new one, and moved on. I didn't accuse anyone because I honestly thought it was just bad luck. Fast forward to now, I'm on a 2-week trip in Mexico with my friends. My credit card company calls and asks if I'm back home because they're seeing suspicious charges. I'm still out of the country, and that's when it hits me that the only person who could be using my credit card is my girlfriend. I confronted her, and now I feel like she's gaslighting me about it. I'm honestly crushed and really angry. The problem is we live together, so it's not like I can just say, don't be there when I get back from Mexico. Am I overreacting for feeling this upset, or is this just a big red flag, as it feels?
Oh, okay. Oh. It's one thing if you've given her free range to use the card, you approach her about it, and she says, I mean, when he says gaslighting, I'm assuming she's lying about using it?
That is what I'm assuming.
Because it's one thing if you're using the card and you're just like bad with money, and I'm like, hey, all that spending you're doing, like you got to quit, and you're like, oh, I bought this. Like if we got to start from a place of you admitting you did it first. Yes. Lying is crazy because Is my girl a scammer? What are we talking about right now? Okay, I'm sorry. Did he say how long they've been together?
You know what? Let me double check that.
All right. So while you do that, this is important. I assume if you give your girl access to your finances, probably been together for a while. You guys live together.
Just under 2 years.
Okay. All right. So first and foremost, I know my girls. I know your spending habits now, okay? I don't know if you didn't pay attention to her spending habits prior. Now, you can have access. I think you have access to probably some of my stuff, Amazon and whatever.
We do,
but
share
I do also
Amazon
do trust
account.
you. Yeah, I do trust you. Also, if I were to ask you, like, hey, did you do that? You would tell me. This is a weird one because if she's not telling him she's the one doing it, I don't know. I mean, I'm a little confused there. Okay. You should, number one, know her spending habits. So if you didn't know that prior to giving her access, buddy, that's on you.
Yeah. I agree with that one.
Yeah. Because that's crazy. And if you did know her spending habits prior, where's the conversation at? Did we have this conversation that, hey, here's access to my stuff, but listen, you suck with money or you're not that great with money.
Yeah.
I mean, cash advances, that's a different ball game. That's
Oh yeah,
wild.
when I saw that, I was like, I feel like we have something bigger on our hands here.
Yeah, it's one thing to, she's bad with money. It's another if she's just scamming or not even, I don't want to call it scamming, but just blowing it and then lying about it. Who else would have access? Yeah. That's I guess we got to approach this like you just had no idea that she was bad with money and you gave her access, which again is your fault. I don't even know how to compute those two things.
I know.
It's your fault if you gave her access and you didn't know she was bad with money. And if you knew she was bad with money, or let's just assume she was good with money and then you gave her access and then she started going crazy with it.
Because he did say that he makes good money.
Yeah.
So we don't know how much she makes.
Right. This is just about communication. This is just really bad communication. It just doesn't get any worse communication than this. Money is, if you spend my money or if you spend money that I've given you access to, it's one thing if, it's one thing if you've bought a couple of things, but if you start going crazy and be like, hey, you know, you kind of went a little, you know, wild with this.
Yeah.
This is I don't know. It's your fault if you gave her access. Now, obviously, she's accountable for actually spending money and doing it, and obviously shouldn't be lying. That is a problem. Deserves an actual conversation and not one over the phone while you're overseas or while you're on vacation or whatever.
For sure.
I mean, we need to be in person.
It's very serious.
If you're ordering things, I'm gonna know if they're at the house. So
that is so true. Imagine her like ordering Skims and like you would notice if like your partner just got like a new Skims order in and she's like wearing like these clothes that you've never seen before.
Did he mention some of the things she was buying? I thought he said something about
online shopping.
Yeah. So if she's
some
online
stores that he doesn't even shop at.
Right. So if she's online shopping, that means she's getting deliveries. You're not seeing these items at the house. The gaslighting response is it's confusing because it doesn't identify if she's actually admitting to it. Or maybe you just don't know the definition of gaslighting. So let me kind of lay gaslighting out.
Break that down, because I feel like a lot of people really don't. Even I've used it out of context
before.
Yeah,
and I have too, honestly. It's a fun word to say. It definitely caught some traction over the past year, and then it just kind of went wild. I'm going to try to break down gaslighting. Gaslighting is basically when your partner knows you're doing something or they're experiencing something, and you tell them it's not happening. I mean, to make it plain and simple, if you've heard the song Shaggy, It Wasn't Me, that is gaslighting. She came in, caught him cheating, and he said, it wasn't me. Like, that's gaslighting. But that's a little bit more of a upfront gaslight. People do it to manipulate their partner. So it's like, if I feel like my partner is doing something wrong to me, and we both know it's wrong, and I'm saying, hey, you're doing this, and what she'll do is try to gaslight me and say, that's not what's happening, or flip the script or play victim. I probably could give a better, trying to find an analogy is kind of hard, but yeah, you can't misuse the word gaslighting, because if she was gaslighting in this situation, it would almost be that she was telling you you're imagining her spending money.
Yeah.
Like, that's what gaslighting means.
Yeah.
Like, when you're looking at your credit card statement
and you're like,
you're imagining
that's not there. I don't see it.
Capital One is lying to you. I think you're just using gaslighting out of context, which is, I don't know. That's really hard to, so I just kind of need to know if she's lying to him about doing it. I guess we can approach it from different angles. If she's lying, and then if she isn't doing it. What's your take on this? And
I mean, it definitely seems like she's lying. So I do have a question for you. Is this a form of betrayal?
I gave you access to my money. You've gone crazy with it. And if you're lying to me, it's betrayal. If you lied to me about doing it, it's betrayal, because that would insinuate that you knew it was wrong.
Of course. Yeah, I agree.
But if you are oblivious to there being an issue, then it's not betrayal. It's just you needed some boundaries and none were set. You realize, like, they're your cards, buddy. You can cut them off, right? You can lock your card. And that's what normal people do anyways when they suspect fraud.
Yes. And he already went through it before and thought that it was just suspicious activity.
Right.
And so I think, like, the issue here is she more than likely did that the very first time, and he didn't really suspect it was her. So he didn't, like, address anything then.
Right.
And then now here we are again. He's in Mexico, and she is just having the time of her life with his credit card.
But did she wait till he went to Mexico to go wild with it?
I think that's what's happening, right? Because, like, she could get those packages. She could try to hide.
That's true.
The things that she's purchasing, for sure. Now, Skims. No, we know Skims does not deliver on time, so there's no hiding Skims.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. Yeah, never order Skims again. Hey, I'm not trying to down Skims, Buy your Skims online now.
We love Skims, but yeah. And so, yes, I think that it just seems like she does it when he is away.
Okay, so she knows it's wrong. This is betrayal. Absolutely betrayal. Yeah, and you're doing it with money. Like, I need this to live. I need this to pay bills, to pay our bills.
Absolutely.
And
You're
just
living
bad with it.
together.
There's a misconception that finances are the number one cause of divorce. It is not actually, but they are high up there. And one of the biggest reasons that if you don't have one of the biggest reasons that relationships may not work out or start to go downhill. And typically it's like stresses over finances is not usually because your girl is frauding you or scamming you. That's a new one. Never been scammed by like a 2-year relationship, maybe by like upfront if a girl's asking me for like, she's giving me her Cash App and saying, I'm always skeptical too. Listen, I'm not the biggest like send girls a bunch of money. I've never been that guy. I don't know. I mean, see, with you, obviously, yeah, whatever you need, and especially for our daughter or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. But that's you kind of already
like early
teetering.
on in the
early on.
It's like, those are the red flags to look out for, though.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I had the same question as you. Like, were the signs there even early on in the relationship? Because they've only been together for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I know typically I don't know your credit score. I don't think I do, but I know.
He said it is good.
Yeah,
yeah,
his is good.
He has really good credit.
Know her. I'm saying hers, right?
Correct.
So,
yeah, he hasn't elaborated on like what is she like? What do you know about her and her finances?
You should that's
But cash
you
advances.
should kind of know. Yeah.
If you're getting a cash advance, like you've reached rock bottom.
No, yeah,
financially.
that's crazy. And the cash advance, can you not track that? This is really hard. We're sitting here confused, and we probably need to go ahead and start giving some advice. But I'm really trying to break this down.
I know.
Okay.
And you're like the finance guy, so when I saw this, I was like, this will be so good. You're so good with your finances.
Yeah. Okay. So I like to put things in perspective. Act like I'm them, right? Okay. So I know let's just be frank. You're not the best with money, right?
I am not. You guys.
And I'm aware of this.
So
I'm aware of this. And she does have access to not all my cards, but like again, you have some money in your bank, and if you need to use it, we do have like an understanding. I think I trust you enough not to go crazy with it.
Absolutely.
I've definitely had friends that have effed me over with money. Absolutely. So, who owed me money or I gave money to or had access to certain funds and then misused them. So I've definitely been through that before, but that wasn't me willingly giving them money. I'm trying to think. Okay. So if I know you're bad with money and first and foremost, again, I trust you enough. I don't know. There's a trust thing there. So I'm assuming he trusted her. And then she's obviously broken his trust. So let's just say you start going crazy with money and with my money and I ask you about it and you quote unquote gaslight me. Really I think you just meant lied. She lied about it or tried to deny that it was her, maybe tried to say it was, it was fraud and it's somebody else.
Maybe that's what's happening and he's like taking that as gaslighting. Like, oh my goodness, like you should report that.
This is hard because they live together. You've been together for a long time. It's like, are we going to really have a fight over you just lying about using my money? This is the dumbest shit ever. And I mean, if you would do this, I don't know. There's a lot of other things that you could just lie about. Now, it might be one of those things where he didn't address it early enough. She kind of thought maybe there was going to be a problem with it, but he never said anything, so she just did it. And now he does have a problem with it, or he does bring it up, and she's like, "Oh, this has been an issue the whole time."
Yeah.
It's like a child, right? A child may not know something is wrong, but they have an idea that maybe I shouldn't do this. But mom and dad haven't said anything yet, so I'm gonna hide that I'm doing it.
Hide it. I'm gonna push the limits. See how long I can get away with it.
And technically, they haven't said I couldn't do it, so I really can't be in trouble for it. But if I do get caught, that means I wasn't supposed to do it the whole time. That's what it kind of seems like is going on. Testing the water, see how much I could do, and he hasn't said anything about it. So this is when it boils down to it, this is a lack of communication. This is just your basic fundamental lack of communication.
Absolutely.
You've been together for 2 years. You guys and you live together. You should absolutely know what's going on with your finances. You should have budgets for things, savings accounts, like these things that you can't. It's just you're way too deep in to not have these things for her to be able to even get away with this. But this is and it just sounds like she got caught with something that she didn't quite know was wrong. You haven't really told her it was wrong, but also she kind of maybe had it. I mean, she's an adult. She probably should know better. But also, I mean, if you make good money and you gave her access to it,
Yes.
and you might be her, for all I know, you're her first relationship where a guy had money. So it's like, okay, well, he's letting, he ain't said anything yet.
Yeah. Like.
So I'll say this. This is not cause for breakup. I
agree. I think that this is something that you can work through. I think a conversation has to be had about like the finances and the situation.
Yeah.
Because the last time this happened, you didn't do anything about it. You just reported it as fraud, probably got like a new card through your bank and then just moved on. So if that was her first like offense, nothing's been addressed.
Yeah,
so
nothing's been addressed, and then you caught her. You can kind of hold it against her for lying to you, but also you can't because you hold it against her. You messed up in this. You're mad at her, and you really should be mad at yourself
for not setting those boundaries.
Set the boundaries, for even giving her access if you knew she was bad with money, for not knowing she was bad with money if you didn't know. Right? These are like just lack of things. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. When you're making good money, sometimes things you don't even care about. So like, I don't want to say you don't care, but like a few $50 goes on here, $100 goes gone, like goes missing here. Sometimes you're just kind of like, whatever. Or even if she was spending it, you're probably like, whatever. But yeah, when we start getting into cash advances and things of that nature, that's insane.
When I think about that, when he said cash advances, I'm like, was she getting cash advances and it was going into his account, or was she getting it and paying for it?
Maybe
with
she was
his
using
account?
his
like,
credit.
That's what,
could be.
Yeah.
She was using like his credit to get. If she knows his information
get the
to get cash. That is kind of. Well, I mean, that is scammer behavior.
And then we definitely have like.
You're dating a scammer. You're dating a scammer, bro. You're dating a scammer. Listen, I live in Atlanta. Advances, this is straightforward scamming behavior.
Yeah.
Grabbing, like, I don't know if she grabbed your social and got it to get cash advances, but you can't get a cash advance without a social. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. If she has access to the credit card accounts, you absolutely can just use it to get cash advances.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
But
when I saw cash advances, I was like, this seems a little like scammer to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe she's just down really bad and isn't communicating that to him. And then she's using it. This is just all fucked up.
Yeah, this is a lack of communication.
I'm like, wait a minute.
This is you not setting boundaries. This is her just she's already clearly irresponsible. And the thing about men is we don't date women for money. We don't date women for status or for, I mean, there may be instances where you do, right? If Beyonce comes in here and whatever, you might date her for her status even if you weren't attracted to her. Typically, we date women for their attraction. Men do, right? Yeah. That's the main thing. You could work as a cashier at Costco, and a millionaire comes in, and if he thinks you're attractive enough, you can get wifed up quick. We see this now.
He'll change your life.
Yeah, I mean, we see it now with celebrities and Instagram. If they find a baddie who, works as a bottle girl, you can get wifed up quick. So this is as men, we don't date for monetary things from the woman. And with that being said, you have to be aware of how your woman is with finances if you decide to get serious with her, and then again have that conversation. Because a woman from that, she may just not, and she clearly just doesn't even have. She's just never probably had that money before to even have to be good with money, to be good with finances. And she's never probably looked at the money the way you look at it. Money is it's one of those things. It's very, there's a lot of financial illiteracy. People are not financially literate. And to give somebody access to that who's not financially literate or even just financially responsible, fuck the literacy.
Yeah. I think that's what it comes down to as well. And women, I mean, like, I don't know. There's a lot of women out there who just are bad with money. Like we're just big spenders. We are just really into consumerism.
Sure.
We definitely contribute to
that. And then there's women who handle all the finances for the family.
And that
where the guy is like, listen, here's my money. I need you to, like, I ain't got time to be paying the water bill and electric bill. You keep up with that and handle all that.
Yeah.
And that is very helpful out of your, especially if you're the breadwinner. women, just advice for women, get good with money. If you're gonna run, if your husband's the breadwinner and he's substantially the breadwinner, and even if you're not a stay at home, like get good with the finances, because probably gonna depend on you to handle all the bill paying and the budgeting and all of that stuff, especially when kids come into play. And that's scary, right? I mean, if you guys get kids, I mean, that's even more expenditures that you guys are gonna have. Yeah, this is so again, if this happened with us and you lied to me about it, it would probably definitely turn into an argument, but it also would be, number one, a learning experience for me, a learning lesson for you, in communication and understanding our finances, but definitely like me sitting down with you in person and saying, this is a problem. You either stop this or... is it cause for breakup? What if every other part of the relationship is on point, but she's
and
just...
this is the only issue.
I don't know. Scamming's a big deal.
I
don't want to keep calling it scamming, but...
I know.
But still...
The cash advance is what I think is what's doing it for us. I feel like it's like one thing if you're bad with your money. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I might not be great with my money, but I'm good with your money.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like... I feel like that's one thing is like it just sounds like she is really irresponsible with her own money. And when she gets her hands on his money, she goes crazy because he probably makes more money than her.
Yeah.
And maybe, he doesn't know officially, but I think that she did do it the first time. And then this is like her second time because nothing happened the first time. But yeah, I definitely think that gosh, even if you're not good with your money, please be good with your partner's money. I mean, like I would never spend your money recklessly, put you in a bind. Yeah. But I feel like we do communicate. Right. Like, if I ever needed your help paying for anything, or if I wanted to go shopping and didn't want to pay for myself, I am very open and hey, you think that, you could, fund this for me.
My question is, do you think this spills into other parts of the relationship? If she's essentially lying about the money, I'm trying to just give grace on that because, again, I just think she was like a child where it was like, you didn't tell me it was wrong. But
mid-20s, you're still trying to figure things out for sure, especially financially. I think that some grace could be given here. Definitely not a cause for breakup.
Not the first offense,
but absolutely having that conversation and having the conversation of what is going on, with you financially. Do we need to sit down together and budget and take a look at, your finances and see what is happening? Because why do you need cash advances? You know?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
If you are good with finances, why haven't you had the conversation with her about, and I could be not remembering every part of the story, so maybe he did address some of this, but
he has not.
He didn't. Okay.
No.
So that's again, and I talk about this where one of the biggest responsibilities I think in our relationship is that we are supposed to help each other grow.
Yes.
And not just relationship wise, as people, as humans. I bring experience from my life into a relationship. She brings experience from her life into a relationship, and we combine those experiences and learn and grow from them. And if she has a negative experience and something I've never experienced before, and she's like, hey, don't do this. Mm-hmm. I've experienced this before and it's a bad idea. That helps me grow. And I know that sounds fairly minuscule, right? But it helps me grow, even if it's something small or if it's something big. Those things will resonate with you, especially as, and that's her goal. If we were to break up tomorrow, we should still both be better people from the day we met. I believe wholeheartedly in a relationship that you are responsible, especially as a leader, especially if you're the man, you're definitely responsible for the growth of the family. But I think you both are responsible for helping each other kind of progress, and you progress together, right? Those experiences, those things you bring those things together, and you guys will grow together and learn together. I've had those conversations with you about finding. I mean, you'll come to me and be like, babe, I need help. Like,
I fucked
tell me
up.
tell me what to like. Tell me what's right, because she trusts me with that type of situation.
Yes.
But in a relationship, finances are a huge deal, right? And it's one of those things. If you're a financially literate person, if your credit score is there, and you're like, it's kind of on you if you find your partner is lacking in that area to help her grow. Now, she could be stubborn and she could be unwilling to learn. And that either is a testament to how well you are at leading her or how bad she is at following or listening. I don't want to say following, but even just listening and taking advice. But again, in a relationship, that's kind of what it's about. It's not even just about the finance part. It's about if she can't trust the advice I give her, what are we doing?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
If I'm with you and I say, hey, now there's times where you're just like, you're full of shit, or, and I don't trust you in this because I've read differently or I've seen differently, and we'll kind of bicker, you know, but that's not.
And we like talk about it too.
Yeah. They're not major.
It's
It's usually not the major things though.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, finances, there's kind of like there isn't a one size fits all, but there's definitely a one size fits all when it comes to how to manage money for sure. How to budget money. Those things are teachable to any, regardless of whatever level of finances you bring in.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the fact that you've never even, I'm getting on to him right now. The fact you've never even had the conversation with her about her finances, or I don't know if you have, but I'm assuming you haven't since she's doing this 2 years in.
Yeah. Cause he did not mention like anything regarding her finances.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like if he did, he would be like, she's been responsible this whole time and this is like brand new, or she has a history of being really bad with money, but he.
A good exercise for couples. A good exercise is to sit down and write down your strengths and your weaknesses. And both of you sit down and write down your strengths and weaknesses and see who's strong in a place where you might be weak in.
I like that.
And allow them to maybe, and then that way, how, okay, you're not the strongest in, put it like this. Let's say I'd never been a father before and I came into our relationship and you had children. You've been a parent, right? So I can give you all of my advice that I think is correct, but you have real world experience. So you're like, listen, honey, I've done this before, I've done this. These things don't work. Take it from me as a parent, because you don't have the experience I have. These things work better. And I should heed to that because you have the accolades to do, unless your kids are horrible kids. And then I'm like, well, your kids turned out bad, so I'm not listening to anything. Either way, we're growing, right? Either way, I'm learning. But, and then I say, hey, like, I'm good with finances. And you're like, oh, that's my weak spot. And it's like, okay, so let me kind of handle the finances, or let me teach you. Like, here's how you build your credit. Let's learn together, or let's work on this together. What's your credit score? Let's build it. This is what I can teach you how to do,
We did that. And we did that like really early on in our relationship. Yeah. You've always been like the financially responsible one. And then I've always been the one who like, I'm a girl. I love to shop and always looking for like the next best thing or like the little dopamine hit that comes with like getting that coffee at Starbucks. But yeah, we literally had that talk pretty early on. I think within the first year of us dating, and you've taught me so much even throughout like our now 8 years of being together.
8 years.
And yeah, I just think that it's so important to just have that conversation.
And I felt 2 years in, we knew what each other's kind of, not everything that was weaknesses or strengths of ours, but we had a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, go I mean,
because we just communicate so well. We talk about everything. So I definitely think that it was one of those, like early on, we did know each other's strengths.
And let me preface this with this. We're not the perfect couple. We're not like, oh my God, we do this so well and everyone else should.
No.
We learn these things. We started off like every other couple with our major fights and our major problems and our major issues, probably some way worse than what you guys have. The reason we're good now is because we worked through some of the worst shit.
Yes.
We're long distance. We have kids in other families, and there's a lot. There's just a lot, right?
Yeah.
So we've worked through a lot.
Yes.
And so when we say, oh, we don't do this, it's not to rub it in people's faces. Like, we had to learn
We
that.
learned
so we
from
don't
that.
do it now.
Yes.
And that's why we can kind of give that real world experience and that advice, because these are the things we had to learn the hard way. And our goal, and clearly, sounds like you are too. And the goal is to, stop that from happening.
Yes. Yeah.
And so now that we know that communication is a thing, and we know that weaknesses and strengths are a thing, she helps me where I feel like I falter, and she just takes it upon herself, and then vice versa. And I guess if you were just really, really bad with money, I probably would be, hesitant on, or if I couldn't trust you with money. I mean, because that is a major thing. If I can't trust you with money, that's a big deal in a relationship. Because if we get married and we're going to have a family, you're going to have kids, you're going to do all this stuff. And if you're just bad with the money, I don't want to sit here and play, I don't want to be your chaperone and treat you like a child for the rest of your life because you just can't be good with money. That is a conversation and something to look towards in the future if she can't get with the program, because that's not just a finance thing. That's a problem. That's a relationship issue.
Yeah.
That can branch out to other things, or just in a nutshell, finances are so major in a relationship that it can be a make or break thing. So I definitely think in the future it could absolutely be cause for a breakup. But right now you gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out why you missed all of this, and communicate. Have a conversation about what the boundaries are, try to help her with her finances, and say, listen, like, I need these things to happen. I will continue to help you with money. I'll pay for the things that you need, but we got to get on the same page about this. And if she's willing to abide or oblige, then great. And if she's not, and if you feel like you have to hide money or cut your funds, that's just, it's not for you, man. Or she's just gonna have to mature at that point. But you got to get there first. You got to give her that chance first.
Yeah, I agree. I think having the conversation, and I recommend, I think that we all should be like budgeting pretty much like on a monthly basis. And maybe just teaching her that, like, if she doesn't know how to budget, just sitting down together. I think like sitting down together, and also I'm wondering if you two have like goals together. I think that is kind of like motivating as well. Like, especially for a woman, if you have goals and she knows that you two are working towards something together, I think that helps us become a little more financially responsible. Like, if we know, like, okay, we have this goal, we want to buy a house by this time. Yes. Vacations, all of those
want to have kid
things. Yes. Like, I think that things just need to be put into perspective for her.
We had our fun.
Yeah.
We had our fun. It was fun while it lasted. Now we gotta,
yes,
now we gotta get serious.
Absolutely. And I think that like a mental health talk as well, like knowing where your partner is mentally, because I will say, like, in my experience, shopping, well, in the moment when you're dealing with depression or like stress or anything like that stuff like makes you feel good, but it is a temporary, you
touched on it a bit when you said like the dopamine hit.
Yes.
The quick dopamine hit. Yeah. Shopping
like just
and buying
getting that
things.
package to your door, like getting that like new outfit or whatever it is that she is purchasing. I just think that, definitely communication and just like having that deep talk, just see where she's at, see where she needs help, like he said. And I think that you could definitely work through it. And if it happens again after all of this, then, I think that a breakup could be in order for sure. Yeah. Because if she doesn't listen, because that's the thing, is
can't
like
date a scammer, man.
She's being irresponsible with your money now. That's crazy. I think the worst that I've probably ever done is order something on Amazon with a gift card.
Yes.
I kid you not. This man and his gift cards, like, what was that? Like a few weeks ago, I ordered something. It was like $7. Okay. It's like a little banner for Valentine's Day that I wanted to hang up on the wall. And he comes to me and he's like, hey, Amazon didn't just give you free money. And not me gaslighting you. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I was like,
Yo, that was.
I didn't realize like
I was
that.
like, so you're shopping on Amazon, and Amazon was like, you know what? Here's some free money for that free Valentine. It wasn't the pricing of it; it was the principle.
It was the principle. That's why I say like just.
And I wasn't mad. I thought it was funny.
It was really funny.
But I was like, you know, Amazon doesn't just give out free money, right? Like if you see money on the account,
I was like, really?
It's not free.
Sure?
It ain't.
It's a gift card. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it wasn't
but
a gift.
Sometimes though, Amazon like they want you to use the gift card first.
Oh, they do.
Before they pull from your credit card.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I'm just
for
kidding.
sure that happens.
But I will say like with your money, like I'm definitely like it's the craziest thing because if I could apply how I am with your money to my own finances, I just might be all right.
Yeah.
But I can't. I can't do it. No, I can. But yes, I just think it. Just the conversation, and if it happens again in the future, then that just means she doesn't care. She doesn't care about you or your finances.
Yeah. But be clear, right now, this is your fault. This is absolutely your fault. At least in my opinion. Yes, she should be accountable for spending your money, but you just gave a girl free money. What world do you live in, dog? What world do you live in, bro?
Who knows? Like maybe.
How long you been on this earth? You said mid-20s, dog. By now, my mid-20s, I knew not to just open my cards up for no girl.
Yeah.
Not saying that girls are just untrustworthy, but bro, they like to shop.
We get comfortable.
Yeah, women be shopping. Okay, women be shopping.
If you give us an inch, like we'll take the mile.
Come on, bro.
For sure.
It's
like
just...
maybe he's like led her on to believe that would have been okay, but. Damn, the cash advances.
That is what. Listen,
that's where I'm like, no.
I don't have an argument for that. I would shoot her some bail on there. A girl who's used to cash advances, maybe she just, maybe that's just like second nature to her.
And with that,
people can really be that. I've never had that experience.
Continuously in debt with cash advances.
People have had that. I mean, people have that much illiterate. Like people are that illiterate in finances where they might not even look at a cash advance as something crazy. It's just like, oh, we'll pay this back.
Yeah.
So it does sound crazy to me, but I don't know how this girl grew up. So
yeah, I don't either. I think that's why it's important for him to just deep dive, have the conversation, and just figure out where she's at and how you can help her be better.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you. You get your shit together.
Get your finances in order.
Yeah, get that in order. Talk to your girl.
Have her get your finances in order as well, because I know she did a dent on that credit card.
Yeah. My boyfriend recently got super into weightlifting. He went from having a Loki style body to being completely bulked up like Thor. I'm just not sexually attracted to his new body. Even general intimacy like cuddling isn't as comfortable anymore. Our sex life has taken a hit.